Welcome to Flourish. I'm Diane Planidin, and you're in the right place if you're ready to create an inspired life. And we do so by working on our own personal development so we can be strong role models for those we love and mentor. This is almost the end of the year 2021 today, and I just really wanted to do a little reflection on the year that's passed. There was so many things that went on in our lives. The continuation of the virus, the continuation of natural disasters impacting people all over the world, and right in my neighboring communities, there was so much suffering and destruction. And yet here we are. We have survived. We're still here. We're resilient. We are survivors. First and foremost, we are good at survival mode. Secondly, we are spiritual creatures, and that's where we really shine our lights. I wanted to discuss briefly the top 3 things that you cared about this past year. And it really evolved interestingly. At the beginning of the year, people were, very downtrodden and needed help and needed some uplifting, some spirituality, some positive mindset to really lift their spirits, because we had been through 2020 and it was one of those years that goes down in the history books of what the whole globe went through. And as the year evolved, people changed a little bit. People started thinking, hey, wait a minute, we're still here. We still need to survive and live and work and dream and aspire to have meaning in our life and to become the people that we were intended to be. Now we knew a lot more about what the virus was bringing us and the changes around the world. I mean, there were so many, it's almost infallible to try and list them all. But wherever you are in the world, you know the struggles, the challenges, the changes, everything that went on. And so by the summertime, everything seemed to be, okay, I'm back on a normal track. But I still seem to have some of these habits that are dragging behind. We wanted normalcy. We wanted the world to go back to the way it was before, to be able to travel freely, to be able to go to the grocery store without wearing a mask, to be able to live our lives to the fullest. And then towards the end of the year, people are like, you know what? I am tired of wallowing. I am tired of feeling sorry for myself. I am not a victim. I am in control. There is nobody responsible for me, if you're an adult, except for you. You are in the driver's seat. You are the star of the show. You are the one on stage, your own personal stage, and you were tired of any more excuses that you were giving yourself. You were like, that's it. I'm done. No more excuses. We're not in lockdown anymore. Why do I still carry around my extra 20 pounds? We're not in lockdown anymore. Why haven't I done what I said I'm going to do? We are not in lockdown anymore. It is time to start living life again. We're all pivoting. We had to pivot, didn't we? And that pivot's going to continue. You just have to keep going and going with the flow. The flow of the river changes, and sometimes you're going to hit a rock and you're going to hurt, but you keep flowing and you keep going. Sometimes you need a little more balance, a little more equanimity in your life, because you become overwhelmed and you become stressed. And sometimes the struggle is more monetary. You didn't make as much money as you did in the past years. You had to fine tune, some things. You may have been laid off. Whatever your personal circumstance is, it reminds me of being on a sailboat or boat in general. And there's a gimbal. A gimbal is one of those things that it balances things out as you're sailing across the water, if you're going through the flow. So if you need that little gimbal in your life, which means that, let me say, if you're in the water and you're hitting some waves, it's really hard to cook dinner on the stove down below if you keep jarring. So a gimbal is what actually balances it out. And I was thinking about the gimbal the other day because, I love to take pictures and I love to take selfies and I love to film my walks and just nature, whatever it might be. And I thought the other day I could really use a gimbal. I need to balance my life. I need to balance my camera. I need to balance my phone. So whatever that gimbal is for you, that is the journey that we found here on the Flourish show that people went through this year. And what mattered to you the most is taking you to this journey, of renewal and ambition and excitement and happiness. Let's be happy, everyone, because when you are grateful, you can't be angry. And when you're grateful, you have no fear. And you're a beautiful being. You're a spiritual, wonderful being. You're on this planet for a reason. And I want you to remember as we ring in the new year that you are here for a very short amount of time. So make the most of your life. Do what you say you're going to do, but do what you want to do. Carve a little extra time out for you and your ambitions. Carve a little space out and start whittling away, because success doesn't happen overnight. But if you're going to be the star of the show, you run the show. You are in control of your destination. You are the one that can lead by example, that can stretch, that can grow, that can live a more inspired life. Happy New Year.